I was trying to do it at the same time.
Mm.
All right, all together now. Hello and welcome to the Velveteen
Jeez.
Lounge. Hi, Dime. Good
Hey.
to see you. You're
First
our
up.
first guest of the evening.
First customer.
Yay! I'm so glad you're here.
Pow, 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 pow. And hello to anybody who is joining us at the rebroadcast time. At a later
Yes.
time. At your leisure. Thank you for watching us
Hi,
later.
Eric.
Yeah, and remember that you can comment fresh, but you can't actually comment on the existing comments because it's just the way this thing works.
That's
blah,
right.
blah, 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 blah. Anyway.
That's
and,
right.
If anybody here or later wants to send us a personal message, just, yeah, great. Yeah, we'll talk to you. We'll talk to you.
Yes.
for me.
Most personal messages are lovely.
Yes.
So good to see you. I'm glad you're here, and I can't believe I'm here.
Oh, boy.
And Paul has to go into a meeting at 8:30. So
Didn't we have a discussion within the past few weeks about, like, oh, no, he's on a conference call. And I was like, oh, geez.
I told him to get off the call as quickly as possible.
I was like, who the hell schedules a call at like 8 o'clock, Eastern time or even Central time? And it's like, well, somebody at my business did. So it's actually a call I really need to be on. So I will get in and say hi and perhaps cheery bye. We'll go with that. But we're going to start you up, though.
Stay on the call, but come back here.
Mine is at 8:30, so I got a few minutes.
But anyway, I'm so happy you're here. Hi, Julie. Good to see you.
Happy October to you. Absolutely.
I worked for 12 hours today on a film set. I've been up since 3:30 in the morning, so can't wait to see what happens to me after a couple of drinks. Hi, Alan and Elizabeth, and hello, Errol. Good to see you. Yay! I was previously watching a farm equipment auction. I was about to get in trouble with the boss. I'm telling him, get off the... Really? Who schedules a call at 8:30 in the evening?
I know which boss you're talking about. Yeah, well, the call is scheduled because we need to talk to
Hi, Nick.
We need to talk to our Philippine consul. I'm like, well, they're like a good solid, like, 10 hours off. So you gotta... Something's gotta give, right?
Yeah, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say about the film, but I was a stand-in.
Mm-hmm.
And last time I was a stand-in, I hardly had anything to do. Today I was busy all day. Like all the scenes were rehearsed, so I was standing for most of that time.
Standing in.
But anyway, it was good. It was good. And I'm grateful for the work.
I'm just thinking, like, every day you're on a set now.
Hi, Lisa.
That's a great day.
Exactly.
That's a great day. Whether
exactly. It goes toward my pension and health.
Whether you've done background, stand-in, featured player, that's kind of nice.
I know.
So,
well, that's kind of nice.
It's the goals, hashtag. So that's what we're talking about. Absolutely. I mean, I've been on set within the past few years. And I'm not going to be a featured player anytime soon unless there's things I don't know about. But I've also been on set, as producer. And you know what? We'll do it again.
That's right.
Going to do it.
Well, 2 of the producers were there today. Possibly more.
If you take a look at productions these days,
right?
and there's like 4 different production companies, that's a low number. Sometimes it's like more like 10, and you think, okay, it takes a lot to get content out. And there's so much being created out there because there's so many venues.
That's true.
We have,
and it's not struck work, by the way. It has an interim agreement. It has
a
SAG interim agreement.
There's
so
an agreement in there.
It's not a scab.
Those who are watching these unions and these strikes or whatnot can note that there is an agreement in the works with the writers. But that SAG-AFTRA is still meeting.
Well, they were meeting today. I don't know what happened. I haven't. No, they met Monday and they were meeting today. But I don't know what happened today because I just been out of it.
Hello.
Oh, I know. It was warm here, Eric. Yeah. I got out to the car today and I was like, wow. I mean, this morning it was chilly, but it was 5 in the morning.
It's 5 in the damn morning when you left.
When I left to come home, it was warm.
When I rousted myself out of the old, bed.
Hi, Mom.
Bedwise there at 8 o'clock something. It was still cool, and I get dressed as usual. I'm feeling good, and then after a while, I'm like, wow, it's really close in here. And I take a look at the exterior.
Hi, satellite.
Exterior temp got up to 82 today. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm good with that. I had 2 other calls today, and one of them I took at I took it outside. I was just
Hi, Kelly.
This is good.
Thank you.
Going to take advantage of some exterior air. So I was in the back office. Yeah. I like to
You need
call
to
it.
make some drinks before you
Yeah, before vamos.
go do what you have to do.
Well, should you start us up because you have been working hard?
I'm not. I was not joking when I said I'm a little afraid of what's going to happen after I get a couple of drinks. I had a face paint. I have to do it again tomorrow. So anyway, I think I do. Let's see. I don't have a call time yet. I assume I do. But anyway, who would love to be a stand-in for Christmas Vacation in the day? I would love to be a stand-in for. Well, no, I couldn't be a stand-in for Aunt Bethany because I'm too tall. But I could stand in for.
Aunt Bethany? Aunt Bethany's is this big.
I said I'm too tall.
Oh, you're too tall.
Yeah, no, I'm too tall.
You're quite a bit too tall.
I could stand in for. I could probably stand in for Catherine.
Yes, that's probably about right.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
There you go.
Oh, thank you,
Dime.
Dime. Hi, Peter.
Yes, this Irresistible V Lounge original. The both of them. This one took care of that. Yeah, I love these. You see, this pattern is total wacky racers with all these skeletons and monsters, and it's pretty perfect for the whole Frankenstein
Lisa says
scenario.
it's raining there.
Oh, aye. Well, which means we'll probably get that eventually.
Well,
I think by the weekend we will. So we got our share within the past week and a half.
It's supposed to rain Saturday, and I'm supposed to be working outdoors on Saturday. So
yeah,
good times.
It's all good.
Good times.
All good times. Yeah.
Thank you, Satellite.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Well, pretty fab. This actually came from, I think,
Joanne Fabric.
Joanne Fabric, yeah. And they may well have this on the shelf now. I don't know. It was
I don't know. It was a few years back.
At this point, I'm trying to think how many years. Maybe the better part of 10. So
I do not remember.
Hard to say. Anyway.
I do not remember. But
anyway, you got to make a thing.
But anyway, we chose this pattern for this evening because young Frankenstein, so that's Frankenstein.
Got lots of Frankies, yeah.
So Catherine,
in the hot
my brother does a great cousin Eddie. Mm-hmm. We'll have to get together and like make a clip. Make a clip.
Compare notes.
Oh, Casey, hi. Thank
Casey.
you.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I feel so much better.
Man.
There was someone today who was coughing her brains out, and she's just like, I don't have TB, and I'm like, I'm immune. I was sick last week, so.
I don't have TB. Okay.
I don't have TB. Like, well, because she made a joke. She's like, oh, I hope the TB goes away, and she's like, I don't have TB.
TB. Okay. Yeah, but you might have.
Frankenberry.
Might have the P pneumonia. I don't know. Jeez. Anyway.
I like to think I'm immune because I was sick last week.
I think that we are not about to get that strain. Now you can get some other strains.
I don't want to hear about it. I'm immune.
Influenza is a completely different subject, folks. Different virus. So, boy oh boy oh. But I think if the immune system is kicked up, that actually does help. Yeah.
Anyway. Happy Halloween, shitter's full. Exactly. Exactly. I would love to just like
Shitter was full.
reproduce that film like,
oh man.
with my friends.
Specific sequences.
Oh my gosh.
There's that whole sequence I simply.
Hi Gettysburg, ma'am. We're talking about Christmas Vacation.
As a matter of fact, there's that whole sequence I simply call Clark Loses It, and it might even be name checked in the chapters on the DVD. I don't know, but that's where he does, and it's a great little speech. And there's a whole scenario about how they came up with that. Anyway, you gotta make a thing.
So, my first drink of the evening is going to be something I came up with about 10 minutes ago. So we'll see if it's good. And I'm calling it. Remember, our theme this evening is Young Frankenstein. I'm calling this one Mother Grabbing Bastard. Because in the beginning of the film, when he's like stabbing the guy and stuff, he's like, Mother Grabbing Bastard.
Proving the reflex action and then the lack of reflex action.
So I'm calling this one Mother Grabbing Bastard.
Which is very much in keeping with the autonomous systems. And
so
who do we have here? Mr. Rogers and Susan.
Oh, hi Maya.
We have another couple of unfortunate COVID people.
That's Satellite. Yeah.
Oh, phooey.
I'm sorry. We had COVID last week. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear
it does. It does. Hey, whoever is out there saying, well, we're in a common cold. I'm like, no.
Well, colds aren't fun either, but I'm sorry you're sick.
Yeah. I mean, I got a cold. I got knocked out for a while, but this thing put me flat on my back. So, hoping, whatever you're dealing with, it's better than that. But, isolation is isolation.
So for Mother Grabbing Bastard, which I'm going to say as many times as possible, because I just love saying it. For Mother Grabbing Bastard, I started with 2 ounces of rye, and then I'm going to a ½ ounce of apple liqueur.
Which apple liqueur are you using?
I'm using American Fruits.
Same one who makes that excellent cherry that we use.
It's torn off, so it looks like American Fruity.
American Fruity.
American Fruity.
Free.
But anyway, I remember what's in it now, so we can go back to the broadcast. Okay, so 2 ounces of rye, ½ ounce apple liqueur, and then I'm going to add, this is the mother-grabbing bastard part, a 1/4 ounce of Cynar.
Cynar. Bingo. So,
and after that...
I love this comment. As long as you don't create something called, it's alive. It's alive! You know? Almost did. I almost did that today, but we had these other great names, and
Susan,
and so we're going with it.
Satellite. I'm going to call you Satellite.
I like that. Go ahead, Satellite.
I know we're a satellite.
You transfer. That's what took us out. It's like
I was going to say, I think we got it from the train.
The damn train. And I'm sure it was the train. I didn't use the subway, and I know which train it was, too.
Oh, Cynar. This is how it's spelled.
Yep. Cynar.
And it's artichoke liqueur.
It is.
Which actually tastes better than it sounds.
It doesn't sound like something you'd want to drink, but it's an Amaro, and it is flavored with 16 herbs and spices, and one of the dominant flavors is actually artichoke infusion. And it is as bitter as you expect an Amaro to be, but it's also quite sweet because it's a sweet base. Like Campari, where you taste it, wow, the bitter.
I quite like
but
it.
But it's a very sweet base, too.
So
I like it a lot, yeah.
So a 1/4 ounce of the Cynar, 3/4 of an ounce fresh lemon juice, and I'm going to add a couple of dashes of aromatic bitters.
American fruit sounds like something Cousin Eddie would bring to the party.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shake with ice. Mm-hmm. Strain into a cocktail glass.
Got your ice?
I do not.
Oh.
Would you like to ice me?
Ice, sure.
American Fruity. Sounds like something Cousin Eddie would bring to the party. Exactly.
Free.
Yeah. What is the proof on the Cynar?
I think it's like 70 or something, but it might be less than that.
No,
it's like 35.
Yeah, it's low.
35 is pretty low. So it's in keeping with an Amaro.
It is interesting. I think, you probably like it.
If you like
Amari.
Yeah, if you like Amari, that's one thing. And if you like working with very aromatic vermouth, that's a very good sub for a sweet vermouth in a Manhattan. You know, rye Manhattan, bourbon Manhattan, whatever. But we've made it that way. It's on the label. It says "Make a Manhattan with the Cynar." It's very good. So a lot of flavor notes.
Charles says, Paul, I was the only guy in the office that didn't get sick for the last 2 years. My Indian buddy said, "You're a farm guy. You live in the germs. They won't attack their friends."
Yeah.
Do we have any chill glasses?
We do.
I'll take a chill glass.
I will take a chill, she says.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sounds like something you pick up at the cash pit. Exactly.
Now you're joking.
Oh, you know what? I'll take that.
Hey, got your American Fruity. Take this back. Oh,
yeah,
you get a bonus back.
He would get like the off price. What is it, like the slightly irregular?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna give it a twist.
Right, mine was a twist.
You get the twists. I'm gonna give it a twist.
Going for a twist. That sounds like a good thing. I used to pick up.
We'll see what the mother-grabbing bastard.
I used to pick up my American Fruity at a place called Ocean State Job Lot, and we actually have one of those.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I believe there's a new one in Newburgh, which is pretty close, and if not, Fishkill, which is just across.
It's really not that bitter.
Oh yeah, it's very dry.
I like it. Yeah.
Very dry, very balanced. I do like that a lot. Yeah.
I'd order this again.
I'd order this again. Yeah. Mother-grabbing bastard. There, we said it again. Well,
mother-grabbing bastard.
I need to make something before I have to, shuffle off for a second.
Oh, jeez.
Damn it, but isn't that life?
You'll have to keep me company when he
please
goes and shakes his money maker.
The money maker literally, and it's like, I have seen calls at really weird times, and sometimes it's like 8:30 a.m. and I'm like, I'm on a train at that hour. I think 8:15 is the one that happens once a month. And I think, okay, fine, I'll just dial in on the phone and I listen to the call, and usually it's pretty brief. But 8:30 p.m. is more like we have to talk to Singapore. Okay, well, I got you. I mean, this is like 10, 12 hours off. I mean, if it's like talking to Sydney, it's like it's tomorrow morning and they're at work at this hour. We have some correspondents who will chime in here from Australia, and it's just, well, how was it there? It's like 9 a.m. So it's like, okay, yeah, and you're watching my cocktail show? Okay, yeah, that's fine. But I think that's cool. So I get it. Sometimes you got to do it. It's something I've been working on this project now over 10 years. and it just kind of keeps on dragging. And I wouldn't really mind seeing some progress. And I'm embedded, so we'll go and do our part. Boom. And that's the thing. So anyway, I got to do a thing too. And I came up with something, and let me find a shaker as well, because this is a shaking bowl. So.
I'm just trying to get some answers to like what time I have to wake up tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Good. The ball's in their court.
Ball's in court.
Peter putting on the Ritz is coming up.
Come right up.
We have before he goes.
Yes.
Mother grabbing bastard.
So this was.
We have
Oh yeah, I was going to make this one first because it's a little stronger, and then I'll move on to the bubbly kind of things.
But we have a liqueur to try, which I might have to try without Paul because it goes in putting on the Ritz.
Anyway, so this is something I was calling rolling the hay. You all know about the rolling the hay.
Roll, Lindsay, hay.
And if you're attentive to the things that we do around here, you recognize some of these proportions. So this is brand name rye. Now we'll take them one at a time, and this is 3/4 of each of these.
I'm remembering what it is so I can go back to the broadcast.
Thank you. This is 3/4. Yeah, this is 3/4. So this is a 3/4, 1 1/4 measure. It's really weird kind of thing. Because we got one that's 1 1/2. That's a pony in a shot. It's pretty obvious. Sometimes they're 2. It's obvious.
Mother grabbing bastard, a potential unpublished Zappa song. That sounds about right.
You got the mother in there, that's for sure. I think that's the sort of thing that Frank himself would have gotten a good laugh out of. Absolutely. And he was notable humorist. As much as he was extraordinarily serious about his work, I think he had a good sense of where things were and the ridiculousness of life.
I see where you're going with this.
Absolutely. So,
Just drink.
3/4 on the rye. We happen to have the Sazerac, which is an excellent blend. All right. Now we need the Benedictine.
1/4 ounce.
1/4 ounce, just a bit. Benedictine is very flavorful. It's one of the monastic liqueurs, they say. So I'm going to pour myself out of that. Was 3/4, and
Monastic.
that's about 1/4. You don't need a lot. Like you could take this on the rocks or something, but really it's a flavor component.
People do.
People do.
Okay.
And honestly, it's in the same sort of category as chartreuse, which we both don't really like very much. But I like the Benedictine, and it's critical for a Singapore slang. That's really what makes it a slang.
Oh yeah, farting ice hole.
Oh,
Sons of Bastages.
Sons of Bastages. I will take the 2 bitters over there, the old-fashioned style, and then these are the classic bitters from Trader Joe's. And we need to get wearing a stirrer
Amy
because
gave
without.
us those.
Yeah, she did. Okay. I got to give a good shake to get a wind out of there, and I'm going to have to give this a good shake because we are just about out of the patios.
How does that happen?
And we've literally had this bottle over 10 years. Speaking of long
Hi,
time.
Cameron. Good to see you.
Hello.
Oh, from Melbourne.
Hey!
Wow.
What
time is it there?
Name checking our friends from down under and saying sometimes they tune in and it's like 9 a.m. because it's tomorrow.
Eric's writing a Zappa
You're at
song
work,
here.
Excellent. But what time is it in Melbourne? I'd have to actually take a look at my phone to see because I've got these programmed in. Every once in a while, we used to have a branch operation that was located in Melbourne, and every once in a while I'd have to talk to people. And if I sent a mail at the beginning of the day, I'd get a response by the end of the day, which is really fascinating. So all kinds of fun. Anyway, so I got this going on here, and I'm going to give it a shake.
I'm going to have you pass
Do
this
the
along,
shake.
please.
Boom. Yep. Oh, you've already moved on to your next bit. Eh?
Yeah, Eric says, girl, you thought he was a man, but he was a mother. The stuff that he'd do to his kin, he wouldn't do to his brother. Eric, you need to, record this.
Yeah, this is the stuff.
I've heard worse. I've heard worse than hit songs.
Seriously? That's the thing. And I actually set aside, what other coupe that was over
Right here.
Oh, there we go. Set aside our fun coupe over here.
It was cluttered back there.
Clutter.
Clutter.
And strain into a coupe.
Messy.
Or cocktail glass. That part doesn't really matter. I'm going to try this straight up because I think it's actually a very good mix. This is really based on a well-known drink.
11:18 a.m. Thursday. No breakfast cocktail before work now.
Yeah, but if you were interested in something, this is a good thing. This would perk the appetite,
Give me a handshake. It's all the coffee I had today.
Flatulent feet of the femme fatale phenomenon. Femme fetal phenomenon. Oh man, Seriously. Anyway, but Cameron, I'm very, very glad you could join us, even at this. And if you're watching us at work, all the better. Like, I hope that your screen shows somebody shaking cocktails while people are out there doing spreadsheets. It's like, it's Thursday.
Spreadsheet.
People,
well,
seriously.
You don't actually know if you're doing spreadsheets, but.
And this I am actually going to top with.
Oh, wait, I don't think we had that on there, did we? Oh, no, we did. Top with Prosecco.
We did indeed. I mean,
My mistake.
It's a variation on a real classic that you can get many places these days. And I decided to.
Oh, Gettysburg Ma'am, thank you. Please don't forget to give us a big thumbs up.
Boom.
Appreciate that. Peter says, I see a Velveteen meetup is in order. Well, I completely agree, Peter.
I agree.
I think that would be great. So let's do it.
And top of the bubbles. And I'm going to use.
Let's pick a day.
About that much. That sounds good. Could you get me the stopper for this, please?
In here, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
If you will, it's a little berry.
Mother-grabbing bastard.
Yeah, I'm the mother-grabbing bastard who didn't actually get the stopper out. Knowing full well that I was about to open the bubbles.
I'm going to do this one.
Telling you.
This one's easier to reach.
That is.
Than the leg lamp.
This is ideal, and it's actually, it holds, it grabs. This is the sombrero. I love this little guy. Big fun.
Lisa's cult jam came under full force as a result of someone taking her home. What?
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 Hey.
Hi, Chaz. Good to see you.
And as a matter of fact, I think I'll throw a twist in this as well. Yes, I got this nice long one here, and we'll give that and
we are feeling better. Thank you for asking.
Thank you. Yes. Oh, please. Anybody who followed that saga, it's like, yeah, for a couple of days.
Pays the bills.
A couple of days, I was kind of flat out, and really, even today, I was just feeling fatigued.
Paul enjoys a spreadsheet.
When I make it myself, and it's, I enforce it.
I'm glad you do.
And I'm trying to sort of determine something. I'm trying to literally get the information out of the numbers. Then I enjoy that. Now, if I'm crunching somebody else's, I probably don't care.
Wait, Errol threw you under the bus. Oh, you got the look.
Oh, try that.
I did try it. Oh, you mean with the Prosecco?
With the Prosecco,
yeah.
yes.
My hand is still shaking. A Friday at Jet Set.
Oh,
yeah.
Fried rice and they have excellent food there. Really, really great poo-poos and things that really add up to a meal. I mean, they've got I think we got calamari there. It was very good. There's a lot of places I've gotten and it's kind of rubber bands, but theirs was delicately fried.
Fried rice
very
was
tender.
Good. They had some noodles that were really good.
Mm-hmm.
Really good, yeah.
I like a good bowl of noodles.
Yes, Peter. Let's make this happen.
Shall we consider?
Yes.
And what else? So that's the thing. And
Hi, Julie. Good to see you.
So this is the roll in the hay, which I recommend.
You recommend a roll in the hay.
I recommend a roll in the hay. Let's just say that. Whoever's watching at work right now, Cameron, turn up the volume. Turn up the volume. So.
Yes, it was warm in New York today,
Gettysburg,
ma'am. Yes.
It was. Neither of us were in big city. You were in the big city of Newburgh, but I bet it was warm enough there.
I was indoors literally the entire day, but yes.
And I was here.
The topic tonight is Young Frankenstein.
Yes.
Chaz. So I've got the mother-grabbing bastard, and he has Rollin' the Hay.
Rollin' the Hay.
Rollin' the Hay.
And that's.
Hi, Joe.
That's Frankenstein.
Yeah, Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
My name is Frankenstein.
You know the quotes.
Yes, Happy Halloween, Joe. Yes.
Yeah. Rock with a bottle of Pritchard's Double. Woohoo, baby. Wow. Well, that sounds awesome. That sounds great. We have something to try as well, but you give that a try while I have to bugger off.
My boyfriend. Yes.
All the classics. Put the candle back. You know the thing. My favorite is, and the whole sequence is still, listen to me very carefully. Do not put the candle back. Yes.
Oh, yeah, cool down.
It's going to completely blow over.
Oh, Peter says, Paul, PM me about Bob Mould.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Yeah, that's happening in November, so I gotta figure that out. I just saw an ad, Stroudsburg, there's a theater that's hosting The Damned. I'm like, I would see them again? Shoot, son. I gotta look into that, because that's maybe an hour from us?
No, it's more than that.
It is? Okay. All right. so fine. But it's really
Hotel.
Hotel, easy. But then again, if they're in Strasbourg, they're going to be in Brooklyn, and they're going to be who knows, So I got to check what the hell their tour schedule is like. I thought they were touring with X, but that may have been the other part of the tour. Because I also saw an ad that we could go to see Depeche Mode again in Brooklyn. I'm like, saw them earlier in the year. They were excellent. They were loud. They were dire. Well, it's Depeche Mode.
Oh yes, Abby Normal. Yeah, we have a drink called Abby Normal, which I was going to. We made it last year, and I had it on the list for tonight, but it calls for Campari, which we don't have. So.
Call for things we don't have.
Hi, Kalaka boy. Good to see you.
Hey.
Hey.
Excellent.
A sound bubble milk
tea.
Okay,
Very
that
good.
sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yes, damn your eyes.
Damn your eyes?
Yes.
Too late.
Depeche Mode, I know. Yeah, too late. Times it, too late.
Too late.
Everyone's like right on top of it.
Yeah, we were actually.
Oh, Casey's seeing Depeche Mode on Halloween.
Oh,
I think Christy and Jeff are going again too.
They are going in. They're seeing everybody, and they're seeing everybody multiple times. They saw.
Well, they just saw Depeche Mode with us in April. And they're going again.
They're going again.
Yeah.
And this was the second time ever that we had been to Madison Square Garden. And I got to say, not my favorite venue to see a group. However, they do have a massive sound system. It's not like that was deficient. I mean, this was totally present. Huge video screens. And like those guys know how to fill a freaking hockey arena. I mean, it was massive. It was just huge presentation and sound.
It was great. The show
and
was
they
great.
had like all of this video footage that sort of like started assembling itself, and it was like this big.
Oh, Casey, you're gonna love it.
Big tribute to Andy. I mean, these guys, they start losing members, and they start feeling very mortal. I'm like, you guys weren't already like.
Hi, Flip.
You guys weren't already like feeling your mortality before this. Now they really are. Jeez.
Yay.
But yeah, it's a really good show.
We're doing so much better.
Really,
yes,
really
thank
great show. Hey, Flip. Excellent. I really appreciate all of the kind thoughts about that. Some of our correspondents, Satellite and Hubby here, actually have contracted this damn thing. Phooey! American Frooey on that.
Yes.
What a pain in the neck.
Not cool.
Not coolio. Not cool, Titus. So, so I watch out there. I mean, and he was pointing out, was in Seattle on public transport. I'm like, yes, geez, you get on these things, no one's wearing a mask anymore. They're like, nothing matters.
Now some people are.
I see a handful of people. In our area, we see a handful of people doing it. And phooey.
Oh, we've been to Sleepy Hollow. We haven't been to like the sites in Sleepy Hollow, but we've been to Sleepy Hollow. Yeah.
We've been through because
What's the thing about like when you live in a place,
Have we ever been to the Statue of Liberty? No. I mean, I'm still
I've seen it many times.
I hit a Manhattan office 2 days a week these days, and sometimes more. And have I seen that? No. Have I seen the Empire State Building? Yes, in my time. I even saw One World Trade back in the day.
I was there once.
Now gone.
And at the top. I mean, I was at the top once, and I was at the top of the Empire State Building once.
Haven't been to Top of the Rock, which is right across from my actual office.
Well, we've been to Rainbow Room.
We've been to Rainbow Room,
yes.
Which is actually very cool.
Yes.
And we have not been to the Chrysler Building, which has an observation deck. That's a very cool building.
We should do that.
So I should check that out. And then there's 40 Wall, which I don't know if they get an observation up there. They should. Tall building. I have actually been to the observation deck at 70 Pine Street, which used to be the office. And that building got sold. So well before that time, like there was some holiday occasion, and they took us to the top, and it was really cool.
Casey says I was at World Trade Center with you, Paul.
Yes.
1987.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
We did Empire State. Did we do World Trade too? Jeez, I forget.
Oh
okay.
My gosh.
Summer '87 sounds right. Yeah, I remember we went to the top of the ESB and at night, which was really, really great. I mean, you go during the day so you can see for miles. Yeah, well, with all the smog, it's like, what are you going to see? I can see Pennsylvania. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, it's pretty here. We had a gig on Sunday, so we had a long drive, and it was the leaves were definitely changing. So. Here's a hiccuped.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Well, before I go, I'm going to chop her. Punk, punk, punk.
All right. Well, hurry back.
I will be as brief as is possible. If I have anything to add to this call that would justify me being on it. But I gotta go talk to the Philippines, folks. So
Errol says, my brother told me it's a little weird that his wife's favorite holiday is Halloween. I can sort of relate, Christmas first, but yeah, okay.
Oh, we know a bunch of people who are like total Halloween over Christmas.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Anyway, but Errol can relate to having got on a conference call. Yeah, okay.
Jeez.
Be back.
I almost cried because for those of you just joining us, I've been up since 3:30 in the morning. And when I got home, I wasn't even sure I would make it on time for this. And I got home and I was just, I made it. And then Paul's like, I have to get on a conference call at 8:30. I was like, I think I'm going to cry. I was counting on you to prop me up. But I got my second win, so let's do this. All right, let's see. Halloween candy. What have we got in Mr. Jack-o'-lantern here? What's your favorite? First of all, what's your favorite Halloween candy? I've got a ring pop. Oh, Dime says Halloween is definitely my favorite holiday. I love all the holidays. I've got Starburst. Lisa says, I watch a YouTube couple who live up around Sleepy Hollow, New York. Their channel is called, I believe, It's a Charmed Life. I've heard of that. I wonder if I know them. Candy corn, Mary Jane's. Okay. Dibs on the Reese's. We have Reese's in the other bucket. Definitely on the conference call. We also have. They used to call this Crackle. Now they're calling it like Hershey's Rice Crisp. When did Crackle become Rice Crisp? Mr. Goodbar, I've been waiting for him. I don't even know what that is. A grape thingy. Some Dum-Dums. And this is so humiliating, but some candy cane kisses from last Christmas. We're not going to give those to the kids. We also have Twizzlers. I was very excited. We got this new package of candy last night. It was like $15 for a bag of Halloween candy. But I was very excited when I got home and realized it had Twizzlers. I got it because it has gummy bears. We also have the Reese's, Hershey's, Kit Kat. Yeah, anyway. All right, but I want to know what your favorite. Hi, Amy. Good to see you. Paul will be back. He had to get on a conference call. I'm not even joking. Amy's back from her travels. Yes, you went to Spain. Did you go anywhere besides Spain? Reese's Pieces cups and Hershey's chocolate. Yeah. Oh, okay. Gettysburg Man follows them too. Yeah, I feel like I know them. It's a Charmed Life. Yeah. Candy corn. We don't have any candy corn right now, I don't think. I do love a Mary Jane's, though. Not how that sounded, but anyway. Reese's Pieces. Yeah, Gettysburg Man says, I came across the bag of mini peppermint patties in the Halloween section. I caved. I know. It was... The grape thingies are what you have after you went through all the chocolate. I know, right? Although sometimes it's like... You just like kind of crave that like artificial sugar flavor. At least I do. Yeah, it's so crazy expensive for Halloween candy. I know, like, yeah. Okay, Peter says my favorite Halloween candy would have to be Reese's. Okay, Reese's are a biggie here. All right. Oh, so the pigs love them. Oh, let's see. I could go through a bag of candy in the day. I know. Oh, just Spain. I haven't been anywhere. I haven't been anywhere except Lake George. Although we are going up to New Hampshire soon. So, yes, the pictures from Spain were great. Yes, agreed. Conference call. Been up at 2 in the morning on those while Lisa's snoozing upstairs. The struggle. But if you're dealing with different time zones, he's on a conference call with people in the Philippines. Like, so what's he gonna do? You know. Clearly, their time zone won, and not our time zone. So, for those of you just joining us, I'm drinking. I just want to say the name again. I'm drinking the Mother Grabbing Bastard, which was 2 ounces of rye, ½ ounce apple liqueur, ¼ ounce Cynar, 3/4 of an ounce fresh lemon juice, and 2 dashes of aromatic bitters, which were the bitters you gave us, Amy, from Trader Joe's. And oh, Dime says, I'm a weirdo. My favorites are Payday and Almond Joy. There was a whole bag of Payday, and I wanted to get it, but Paul was kind of like, we're spending $15 on this other bag of candy. We're not getting Payday right now. So anyway, Paul does legal. So they're just dealing with like all over the world. So yeah, that's what it is today. He just does like wherever for legal. He's always doing something for like Brazil or what do I hear about a lot? I probably shouldn't say, because if I'm hearing about it, it's probably not good. Yeah, like there are some countries where I guess they're kind of irritating. Just their laws, because like he has to. It's not good enough to like have it notarized. Like they have to have it notarized, and then they have to send it to this other place to get this other thing done to it, and then they have to have like the wax seal and everything. It's crazy. He's a world zoomer. That's exactly it. He's a world zoomer, if not world traveler. Oh, Swedish fish. Yeah, I haven't had a Swedish fish in a long time. Oh, let's see. Do I have a call time for tomorrow? Let's see. 6:45. I have to be there at 6:45 in the morning. Okie dokie. That means I'm waking up at 3:30 again. Da 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 da. All right. I am going to be so dead by Friday. But anyway, it's good to know. It's good to know. Only snorers claim they don't snore. Yeah, Almond Joy gang. Yeah, a lot of people like Almond Joy. My thing is, like, I like the flavor of coconut, but I'm not a huge fan of just, like, shredded coconut. But you know what? If it's covered in chocolate and it's the only thing available, I will eat it. The Mother Grabbing Bastard was good. But it's time to move on. And we have something new to try. Not going to wait for Paul, because did the Coneheads give out Halloween candy? I like to think they did. I would love to be a Conehead for Halloween. That would be fun. Like those also, but I swear they were a little softer back when I was a kid. Oh, really? Maybe it was my younger jaw, Nick. You mean the coconutty ones? I haven't had one in a really long time. Okay, so has anyone seen this on the store shelves? It's called Wild Arbor Clear Cream Liqueur. And they're calling it a cream liqueur, but it is indeed clear. And Paul looked up before we bought it, he looked up the tasting notes, and it was like, you know what, I'm going to look it up again. Wild Arbor. Wild Arbor. Okay. It smells like a Halloween bucket. No, I'm not kidding. It smells like your Halloween bucket after it's filled with candy. I thought this might be a good one for Halloween. So it says that the flavor is full of chocolate, vanilla, and caramel. So let's do a tasting and see if we think that's what it actually tastes like. Really, how could a cream liqueur be clear? But look at that, it's clear. Okay. Coneheads gave out beer for Halloween. That's right. Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, Gettysburg Ma'am says, I want to be the Swedish chef for Halloween. Bark, bark, bark. Yep. This is pretty good. It's very sweet. I would only drink it on its own for dessert. Like in place, like after dinner, like, oh, would you like to see the dessert menu? No, but I'll have a Kahlua or whatever. Like, you could have this. It's that sweet. But let's try it in a drink, shall we? Okay. You're saying that because you like Bjork, Bjork, Bjork. Oh, it would be great in coffee, Dime. Yes. Yes, it would. I was too old to get combos for Halloween, but my sister's kid got them. Ooh, like a Bailey's. Like a Bailey's, but not creamy like that. It is clear. But yeah, that kind of flavor profile for sure. It is definitely sweet like that. So, we came up with one called Puttin' on the Ritz. And now that I'm looking, I'm going to change an ingredient because I think this would be disgusting. I'm going to make it Applejack. Okay, so to make Puttin' on the Ritz, I need a flute. What happened to my flute? I had a champagne flute. Oh, there it is. Okay. We're going to start with 1.5 ounces of Applejack. I originally had gin, and I think gin would be god-awful with this, so you heard it here. 1.5 ounces of Applejack. And let's do a half, no, I think we're going to need a half ounce. I think we're going to need a half ounce of this, or it's going to get completely lost. So a half ounce of the Wild Arbor. And let's close it up before I knock it over and spill it everywhere. And a half ounce of fresh lemon juice. And okay, a dash of cranberry bitters. And then, okay, so it's turning, looks kind of bloody right now, doesn't it? I'm going to leave it like that because the Prosecco will just straighten that right out. But I kind of like the bloody effect. You could, pro tip for Halloween, you can just like dash this into anything and it'll give it a bloody effect if you don't stir it up. So beyond that, we are going to, oh yeah, I gotta catch up. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta get the Prosecco. Fill with your chilled Prosecco. Oh no, okay, I gotta catch up on your comments. Okay. Let's see. This is Puttin' on the Ritz. That is really, really good. All right, now I got to catch up on your comments. All right. It would probably be good in an alcoholic slushie. Oh my gosh, it would be so good in an alcoholic slushie. Yes. Amy says, I saw the Swedish Chef Muppet at the Smithsonian. Oh my gosh. I don't remember seeing that when I was at the Smithsonian. Ugh, there's so much to see there. It's huge. Let's see. Nick says, I saw the Muppets once at a museum in Chicago, and it was neat but kind of spooky. For me, it was like looking at Muppet corpses because they were lifeless. Times that they keep contemplating handing out Jello shots to the parents. Paul, one year, was giving out wine to the parents, but it was kind of like, oh, some wine for you, and some wine for me, and some wine for you, and some wine for me. He was so hammered that by the time I realized, because I was inside the house and he was outside because he was projecting Super 8 horror movies, which people loved, but by the time I realized how hammered he was, I was like, uh-oh, we better order pizza because it was, yeah, it wasn't good. Swedish Chef was an underrated Muppet. Totally agree. Errol says, LOL, Kelly, my sister had a friend that was unknowingly passing out alcohol containing chocolates to the kids at the school. Oh, no. That's funny. Ooh, Chad says, I recently made pumpkin spice old fashions. The pumpkin spice simple syrup really wasn't worth the effort when just having a regular old fashioned with 5 dashes of chocolate bitters is so much better and easier. Yes! Yeah, we had a lot of chocolate bitters. Like, everyone's making those now. Oh my gosh, that... yeah, that was a Halloween to remember for all the wrong reasons. Because, like, the more he had, the more he's like, hey, you want some wine? And people were like, I'm 19. Anyway, yeah. But we were popular that year. But I had to tell him, I'm like, you have to stop doing that. You have to stop just, like, indiscriminately giving out wine because probably the cops are going to visit us. I can say that because he's on a conference call. Old people rave at Dime's house. Oh, that's hilarious. I would come to the old people rave. Did a wine fest in Arkansas. The wine master was passing out like popcorn. Great time for all. We went to a beer fest one time in Brooklyn. And it was one of those things, they gave you a little tasting glass when you entered and some tickets, and you were supposed to, like, give them your ticket. And I guess, like, I'm just telling the most cliched story in the world because every beer fest I hear about is like this. But you're supposed to give them your ticket, and then when you're done with your tickets, you're done. Like, you get a little taste, and then when you're done with your tickets, no more tastes for you. No one was taking tickets. We were so hammered after that beer fest. I think we left around like 5 or something. And fortunately, this is when we still lived in the city. So we just took the subway home. But we got home, and I think by 6 p.m. we were completely passed out. All right. I would go. Sounds like Paul was channeling Sid that Halloween. Totally was. He totally was. Oh, Dime says I'm doing a Halloween-themed rave party for the upcoming Trunk and Treat at the Park District. Oh, okay, great. Yes, Dime does do great mixes, I will say. Enjoyed his last one on his channel while riding home on a bus. Dime is going to join us on our New Year's Eve broadcast. Gettysburg Ma'am said she would, too. If you're interested in filling some time on our 24-hour New Year's Eve broadcast, let us know. But yeah, I think it's going to be really fun. But we're not there yet. We're only at not even Halloween. So, yeah. This is delicious, putting on the Ritz. Applejack, Wild Arbor, clear cream liqueur, lemon, cranberry bitters, and Prosecco. It does taste kind of fancy. Oh, can't wait. Gettysburg Ma'am. I know, it's going to... We have to make it, like, completely epic. And by epic, I mean, like, epic for us, like cheap epic. lots of bubble machines and disco balls, whatever other zaniness we can come up with. Oh, Eric says I may be setting in my new surroundings by then. Well, I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, you can add lemon with the clear cream because since it is clear, it's not like milky, or it's just sweet. So it just kind of takes down the sweetness of it a little bit, which I like because it on its own it is pretty sweet. It would be like having, I mean, there's nothing minty about it, but it's like the sweetness profile of like a creme de menthe or something, like something really, really sweet that underage people would probably like. But if you're underage, don't drink. Oh, Kalaka Boy says, I love the Halloween records behind you. Oh, yeah! They remind me of the 1969 Wade Denning and Kate Land Halloween games, songs, and stories records I recently acquired. I would love to see a picture of that. Another is the 1974 Spooky Halloween. Yes. Okay, so I'm afraid to turn the camera alone. But yes, as you can see, what you can see behind us, we have Walt Disney's Trick or Treat. Alfred Hitchcock presents Ghost Stories for Young People. Chilling, thrilling sounds of the haunted house. Suspense with Orson Welles and Agnes Moorehead in Louise Fletcher's two great classics, The Hitchhiker and Sorry Wrong Number. Have you seen Sorry Wrong Number? Because that movie is creepy. And then we have Monster Mash, Sounds of Terror. And then we have some other ones that are, you can sort of see Spike Jones up there. But yeah, we don't even, like, we have so many Halloween records at this point that we can't put them all up at once. All right, I gotta catch up here again. Wondering if Paul will have to use the sound effect generator with the Mr. T. Shut up, fool. All right. I will. Except it doesn't say which one is which.
I pity the fool. Don't give me no back talk, sucker. Quit your jibber jabber. Don't make me mad. First name, Mr. Middle name,
it's the last one.
Name, T. Shut up, fool. Shut up, fool. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, fool.
Anyway. Peter says, I remember going to the Jacob Javits Center for a hospitality expo. I remember the New Amsterdam booth, along with all the various foods they had to offer. That sounds fun. Eric says, I wonder if there's a sound generator that goes, you are the weakest link, goodbye. Wouldn't it be funny if they had a generator that played like dismissal clips from all those shows? So you could have that one, like, you are the weakest link, and you could have like Shantae, you stay, you know, sashay away, like on Drag Race. You could just have like all of them. I don't know all of them, but I assume everyone has like their signature. I just know Ruth says, Shantae, you stay, sashay away. Here says, I've been listening to an archive of Art Bell's Ghost to Ghost AM. I bet Paul knows about that. Mr. R says, you are making him want alcohol. All we have is amaretto. Oh, no. I want alcohol for you, too. Hi, Daniel. Good to see you. Yay. Good to get one of those. I know. The tribe has spoken. Oh. The price is right. Yes. Oh, that's such a good idea. If that generator doesn't exist, someone has to create it. I just want one that says, with Ruse saying, Shantae, you stay. Now, sashay away. One of these has the said trombone. Not this one, though. I don't know. We have one somewhere that has the wah, 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 wah. I don't know how to find it. All right, so I think I have an idea for next week's broadcast. But if you have any Halloween suggestions that we haven't done before, and I warn you, we've done a lot, but we can always redo. Let us know if there's something you're dying to see. I was sort of thinking Little Shop of Horrors for next week. All versions. So. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments. Yeah. So, Little Shop of Horrors. What else? I'm trying to think of. We have Misery on right now. We have done. I don't think we've done a full Misery Halloween. We've done Stephen King. And we've done The Shining. Like all just drinks based on The Shining. And Children of the Corn. We've done an entire video. But Plan 9, Nick, such a good one. Yes. Oh, and Rocky Horror. Okay, great. I think we've got it covered now. If we do Little Shop, Rocky Horror, Plan 9, boom, done. I love it. I'm going to take a screenshot so I don't forget. But, hey, okay. The Firm. Kidding. I took a screenshot. That's what we're going to do. Little Shop, Rocky Horror, Plan 9, done. That was easy. Because I think we might be up to Halloween by then. I cannot believe how fast time is passing. It's scary. Yes, Mad Monster Party. We did that one. And also the Paul Lynde Halloween special. The Paul Lynde Halloween special. If you haven't seen it, it's on YouTube for free. Just go watch it. There are no words. There are no words. We watched it for the first time with some people who hadn't seen it before, and they were just like, so, yes. And so my two absolute must watch every year. I don't care how busy I am. Paul Lynde and the Rock Devil Rock episode of Chips. And those of you who've been watching for a few years know how much I love Chips. And the Rock Devil Rock episode is just, Kitsch doesn't begin to cover it. It was a disaster, yes. Oh, let's see, Errol says, might have to have a pumpkin beer for Halloween. Just found out a coworker loves all things pumpkin, including pumpkin beer. Next batch we make. So we have this beer store that is incredibly exhaustive in our town, and they have like an entire aisle of just pumpkin. It's nuts. Like, everyone does that. Are pumpkins just incredibly available? Hi, Ruth. Good to see you. Say the name again, please. Okay, Paul Lynde Halloween special. I'm thinking which name. I was talking about my favorite Halloween programming of all time, the Paul Lynde Halloween special and the Rock Devil Rock episode of Chips, starring Donnie Most as this Kiss rip-off rock star. It's something else. Something so bad it's good. And the bad guy is Peter Marshall. Oh, look who's back! Did you bail on the conference call? No. Oh, Sigmund and the Sea Monsters. Oh, good one.
As a matter of fact, it went for the allotted 30 minutes, and people were
that time flew by.
People were wrapping it up towards the end. They're like, any final thoughts? I'm like, no final thoughts. Please, you're done.
Any final thoughts? Why do you have me on a conference call at 9 p.m.?
Yeah, that's the major thought that we had. But you know what? That was productive because this is one of these things that's actually really complicated, and there's a lot of moving parts, and people are like, all right, so we'll look this up, we'll find that, and we'll report back tomorrow. I'm like, movement, good. That's it. That's all I'm going to say about business.
I'm trying to think of which movie.
You know
I
what I'm going to
mentioned.
say? I'm dry.
Oh, I was okay. So while you were out,
While you were out, I was about to say all I heard was Rock Devil Rock.
we've
moved on to chips.
We have lined up. Oh,
Final
my
season.
call time is at 6:45 in the morning.
Oh, lovely. Here, have more of this. I gotta get on the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I'm gonna be like so punch drunk by tomorrow.
Good thing we're not going live tomorrow too. You know?
Does anyone remember the 8 is Enough Halloween episode?
Oh man!
No, but
and
now that you've mentioned it, Peter, I
she's
can't
thinking,
think of anything else.
Why don't I know about this? You know?
If there's anything I love more than a cheesy 70s, 80s TV show, I don't know what it is.
Episode, you know,
No, you know what I love more than a cheesy 70s, 80s Halloween episode? A cheesy 70s, 80s Christmas
episode. Yeah, we're talking about we're only talking about the finest here. When we're talking final season chips, this is where things like the punk rock episode comes
Bay City Rollers.
into play, and then Bay City Rollers immediately makes you think of Sid and Marty Krofft, which makes you think of Paul Land.
Peter says, "Does anyone remember the 8 is Enough Halloween episode?" And Nick says, "Not actively."
Nick has been in therapy for the past 25 years.
Oh, the Star Wars Christmas special Abomination starring B. Arthur.
There we go. Yeah, B. Art Carney.
What do you is that like what do you give a Wookiee for Christmas?
It was not featured in that special, but there was the subsequent Star Wars Christmas album, which has actually been released a number of times. So if you see something that says like Miko and it looks like Star Wars stuff, that's the one, because that's the way we have it.
Buffy only has one Halloween episode.
What? Oh wow!
Wow!
Oh, that's stunning.
Okay.
Oh, stunning.
Bay City Rollers. Oh my God.
Yeah, I actually, I think we still have the Bay City Roller stuff that I picked up at the thrift store for like $1 a piece, and I have put prices on them, and they're for sale. So if anybody wants my Bay City Rollers, let me know.
You picked them up for $1
cheap.
a piece. People are like, "I'll give you a quarter."
I'll give you a quarter. What? No, I want my buck back. Damn it. Yeah, anyway, so yeah.
Can I have my $1 back?
Guarantee they're cheap. We actually have records for sale right now on Discogs. If you want to check under.
Are they still for sale?
Captain what? The Rollers?
They sent me an email
Yeah.
and they're like, "If you don't click on your records, we'll take them down or whatever." I'm like, "Wait, this is in the middle of like working carnivals and being on set and everything." I'm like, "I don't have time for this." But anyway, whatever.
If we have to relist, we relist. Bingo.
Oh, Brady Bunch. Yeah, the one where the boys try to scare the girls. Yeah.
Yeah, the ghost episode, which is totally cheesy. I think I remember trying to.
Oh, good night, Ruth.
Night, Ruth. Good to see you. And I remember trying to do something similar.
Oh, Arbitrarily Me. Hello. Good to see you. I saw your name on YouTube. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. A new subscriber. Very happy to see you.
Yes, I'm very happy to see you.
We're very happy to see all of our regular subscribers here. And anybody new, hey, come on down, join the party. This is the whole point, absolutely. Anybody who is a current patron, you see the note at the bottom of the screen there. Thank you very much. That really makes things happen.
Putting on the Ritz.
Oh, this is the Ritz. I'm going to try this. Yeah.
It's at the end of it, but it's really good.
Even the drag is good.
Oh, and you got to try this.
Anybody who
sweet.
would like to be a patron, just follow that link and you get benefits.
Oh my gosh, we're so happy to have you here.
Yes, please. Absolutely.
Okay, so Paul hasn't tried this
I haven't
yet.
tried this stuff straight up. Yeah, so we're going to see what's going on.
It's
with
very
this,
sweet,
because I'm probably about to use
but
it.
it's a good mixer. Or it's good to drink on its own over ice for dessert.
Advertised as a cream liqueur without all of that creaminess.
The cream liqueur without cream.
Without cream.
Oh, hi Denise. Good to see you. Thank you.
Yes, that's interesting. It's actually it has that it doesn't have quite the texture of like one of the cream liqueurs, but it's got the flavor notes.
Yeah.
This was advertised as having like vanilla and chocolate notes, and I think yes.
Peter's asking, who remembers the magazine Bananas?
Hello.
I do.
Look, when you were in the elementary school, it was Dynamite, and then when you got to like junior high, it was Bananas.
Which is funny because you would think it would be reversed.
Yeah, Bananas. Well, the funny thing is, but who was one of the cartoonists for Bananas, who used to do a strip that was called, I believe, Doug, that was John Holmstrom, who was simultaneously doing covers for the Ramones. So you have this like total punk rock guy doing cartoons for these junior high schoolers. At that point in time, like I wasn't listening to any of that. I didn't get it. But I remember him
Alice.
specifically, and then years later you see her bonus coverage, you're like, wait a minute, I know this guy, you know? Very cool. And I think, you know, his original artwork is actually quite collectible.
Oh, they have the one where they tried to sell the house and convince the buyer that it's haunted on Brady Bunch. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Alice. I know, Alice just, she stayed so good-natured, despite the fact that those kids kind of abused her in some of the episodes. I know, hoodlums.
Seriously, that's the thing. Anyway, well, I need a thing because I have been, like...
I need another thing.
Well, I was about to say I have been dry for, like, the prior half hour, but I took a glass in with me. We were not on video, so that was okay. There was no way I was going into an 8:30 Eastern Daylight Time call without a glass. But nobody was on video. Nobody,
all right, I'm going to try this just with...
So I need, you made the Ritz.
I made the putting on the Ritz.
So I need to make the sophisticated Metamount Town, which is pretty much the same thing with a different base. So this is going to be, I'll use a flute.
No, I did Applejack too.
You did Applejack.
I did, because I thought it would be disgusting.
So it's the same drink.
You do, no, you do.
I need to do a different base.
You do, you want to do rye?
I'll do rye.
You do rye.
I'll do the rye.
Hold on.
Okay, that's fine. What did I say as the base on that?
It was originally going to be gin, and I was like, oh, that's going to be awful.
Okay, fine.
Right here.
So we try.
You do rye.
I'll do the rye. She's already done the jack. The Frankenstein.
Done the jack. I've done the jack.
Done the jack. 1.5 ounces. I'm actually going to throw 1 cube in here just to keep things cold.
You always do that.
Yeah, I do that. I do that. I want a moderately sized cube, not huge.
A moderately sized
This
cube.
is good. This will melt without completely diluting things. And here is 1.5. Boom. So we can do that. And this is a great base. Actually, that's slightly above 1.5.
Close this up.
And boom. Actually, one of my colleagues at work has left the office and has moved on to other things. And was asking about the YouTube channel. And I said, oh, so I sent it to her today and said, well, we're live. So if she shows up, then hi, Michelle. Now let's see. Okay, so I need, what else do I need?
You need...
I need 1/4 ounce of the lemon juice, 1/4 ounce of the wild arbor. Okay.
I did, you know what, I did a half. I did a half and a half. I'm just saying.
Half and half? Okay.
You do you, but I did a half and a half.
I'll work on maybe 1/3, something like that.
Yeah.
Not critical. I'll take the wild arbor.
This was a fun find.
Which was new on the shelves to us.
Yes.
There were 3 different flavor profiles. This one is the one that doesn't have anything else added and is really just sort of creamy flavors. I think this would be pretty good on
Peter
the
says,
box.
I do believe Mr. French would put the Brady kids in their place along with Benson.
Oh!
Yes.
Yeah, Benson didn't take any crap. He was wrangling a governor. Jeez.
Carol and Mike were sick, and Alice came in with a wheelie cart of food. The thing was, did she carry the thing up all those steps? I know.
Yeah, seriously?
I know. The thing, yeah, Alice was underpaid. I'm sorry.
All right, I can get the rest of this. So this one just
Alice was
to
underpaid.
fill with bubbles, and then I'm going to throw a dash of the cranberry bitters. Here we go.
I was dry for the first 9 hours today.
But anyway.
Oh, all right. I'll take some of that too.
Sure.
I'm trying it just with the wild arbor and the
Okay,
lemon.
so arbor, lemon, and that's a great way to go.
I might put in some.
There you go. I mean, that's a very simple
I might
thing.
put in some bitters,
And
but
it's less complicated even than a French 75 style drink, which is what I made. But you got a little sweet, a little sour, and then you get the bubbles.
Put those Brady kids in their place.
So there you go.
Spoiled brats.
Jeez, punks.
Alice was just that good.
That's why they kept.
Alice also got room and board. She did. They also, looking at it through a contemporary lens, I'm like, they made her wear that uniform. Although, I don't know, maybe she chose to wear it. Maybe she chose to wear it.
She was a professional.
I don't know.
She was a professional, like a nurse, like a dental assistant. She was wearing something that looked like that because that's what you did. And that was the period of time. You take a look at, I was...
Although dental assistants were scrubs.
I was thinking of pictures that when I was in like 1st and 2nd grade, the teachers and the teaching assistants had this specific dress that they wore. which actually looked very
Here
institutional.
it says, okay,
Yeah.
the pill took. Now I'm going to have me some coffee.
There we go.
That sounds like a way to go.
Oh, so it's kicking in? Because like I had some dental work
I'm
last
bored.
week.
I don't know. I liked it the way you said it first. Get these right now.
I had some dental work last week. I had to have a tooth extracted, which really was a lot of pain. And like it was keeping me up at nights, and I've had to take painkillers.
I
And,
love Hazel.
When they kick in, it was good. You know?
Hazel, Shirley Booth.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, Hazel rock.
Probably her best known role these days, although she did a ton of work.
She did do a ton of work.
She was actually in a play called Juno, based on very famous Irish work back in the time. That was musicalized by Mark Blitzstein. Now that's a pretty obscure theater
Time
reference for
says
you.
Cousin Oliver was the most horrifying thing they did to Brady Bunch. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, like they imported the miniature John Denver into the crowd just so they could have this kid, and then it's like, Oliver's a jinx. Like, this is stupider.
And we know people
than
who
that
are friends with
business.
him now.
Yeah, Robbie.
For real. Yeah, like actual friends with him.
But wasn't he in a punk band at one point?
Oh, and Come Back Little Sheba, yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Which is, I think, where they know him.
Yeah.
Cousin Oliver, ew.
This, like when the kids got too old to be cute, it's like we had to import some cute.
He's a jinx.
But the same thing happened with the Partridge Family. Like they had suddenly there was this really young kid on the show who was extremely irritating.
Gettysburg Ma'am says, yeah, she didn't want to get her other clothes dirty in case Sam the Butcher stopped by and took her to the Bowler's Bowl. Yeah, I just saw that one the other day where they went to the Bowler's Bowl.
Hey Alice, you want to come with me? The Butcher's Convention. We're going to talk meat.
Oh, and then the Christmas, Very Brady Christmas, where she comes back and she's like, Sam, they got back together a bit.
Yeah. Well,
because he showed up dressed as Santa Claus, but it's like, wow, Alice, you could do so much better.
Always pining after the butcher. You know, I know that if you're going to have a job in the supermarket, you want to have a high value job. You want to get behind.
Miniature John Denver.
You want to get behind the cold cuts counter. You know, now you're talking.
Alice with a dowdy maid's outfit, so Mike wouldn't chase her around the house while dusting the furniture. I kind of love looking at it through a contemporary lens. Actually,
there's a lot. There's a lot you can unpack.
By the way,
there.
I referenced the Brady Bunch today. There was just a wall of the set that was wood paneling and like 70s paint. I was like, this looks like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah. The woody paneling.
I mentioned that to the other stand-in. She was like, yeah.
I was somewhere recently.
She got what I was saying.
I was somewhere recently that had the woody paneling, and I was like, huh.
Cousin Oliver wrote the theme to Sharknado.
Oh! Robbie! Robbie? Yes.
I feel like we need to do extra Halloween episodes because I'm coming up with so many good ideas. Well, you came up with some good ones, so we're fully booked now for Halloween. We've got our Halloween episodes lined up.
All lined up. I love that.
We do.
Well, I step away for like a mere 28 minutes, and bang, things happen. I love that. That's great.
Alice, you know, she Andy Davis, you know, she rocked it back in the day.
She worked. She did well. She did a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. She's in the movie.
The Brady Kids cartoons. Yeah, I sort of do.
Yeah, there was like that third album that they released was a tie into the cartoon show, and it's Filmation, which is who did the Star Trek cartoons. Which the Star Trek cartoons were actually pretty good. The Brady cartoons were.
Peter the Hero, Gettysburg Man. Yes, yeah.
The Brady cartoons were basically like a complete cadge off of the Archie's cartoons. Having seen some of these, they just repeated a lot of the animation.
Dime says, "Wait till you see my basement. It's all knotty pine paneling."
Ah, now you're talking. Woo-hoo.
We sometimes talk about the day we saw this house that we ended up with. We saw another house.
Correct.
That the kitchen was like all sort of like rock walls and stuff. It was very dark. But at the time when we saw it, I sort of thought like you would have to go for like.
You'd have to lean into that.
You would have to lean into like a Brady Bunch.
Yeah, a Brady aesthetic. You know.
70s aesthetic for sure if you ended up with that house. So I sort of that's my kind of what if. I have two what ifs with house hunting. What if we ended up with that one and had to lean into the Brady kitchen? And what if we ended up with the one that Paul never saw, actually. I went and saw it by myself. But that just had a big hole in the wall where basically they would just like move. It wasn't a bookcase, but it was like a wall that they would move. But it was a big hole in the wall. And I was like, that could be the speakeasy.
Well, didn't that lead to the crawl space?
It was a crawl space, but it was a kind of crude hole.
Kind of a crude hole, yeah.
But I was like, that could be the speakeasy.
We saw a lot of interesting details when we were looking at houses, including the house where you went into the second floor bathroom, and then you had to step over the john to get to the stairs to get to the attic.
We drive by that house all the time.
Yeah, we do actually, and I think somebody might have actually taken upon self to completely correct that, that
but we're
snap.
Like, there's a walk-up attic. How do you get there? Oh, you crawl over the toilet, and you open this door that's like halfway up the wall. It's like, what
the hell?
Oh, but the other thing about that house was the master bedroom. Like, you had to go through the master bedroom to get to one of the baths.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh yeah, no, you could there's this other bath that you get to this way. And I'm like, so people have to walk through my bedroom to get to the bath? No, no.
Not saying it. Anyway, there was the first house that we put a bid on, which actually had a really cool basement area that I thought this would be great for
It had the shuffleboard tiles in the basement.
Motion projection room, and then everything was wrong with that deal.
I know.
So there was no way we could save it, and our agent couldn't save it, and as a matter of fact, she probably got close to being let go from the company. So, but she didn't, and so somebody learned something.
Errol says, I still laugh about Gilligan's Island. The professor can build a nuclear reactor with coconut, but he can't build a boat. I think he had a thing for Marianne or Ginger. Yeah, he had a vested interest in staying on that island.
The kicker is that he could have had...
Hole in the wall leads to crawl space. Sounds like the start of a horror movie. Yeah, kind of like a speakeasy horror movie.
Saw 7? I mean, I'm wondering about that. Bingo.
So an architect who designs homes that are very similar to the one the Brady's lived in. And as you can imagine, they're quite expensive floor plans. I bet. Well, I just love, I bought the whole thing on, what was it, Apple TV or whatever. I don't have cable, but I bought the series of when they redid the Brady Bunch house, and I watch it every year. I'm like, I love this so much. But yeah, the things they had to do to make that house make sense.
There was
I thought you had something to say.
Actually, I do have a lot to say about that. When we take a look at that special, there was a lot of work to make those rooms that you see in the series work. And they're not always where you think they are. Like the attic room, there was no space for that in the crawl space. So that's actually in the basement of the house.
Yeah.
So it's sort of on the first level is this unused space in a corner. Like the whole idea of we go upwards. It's like, yeah, that's a bunch of stage sets.
Aww.
But I was kind of thinking the other day about the fact that you can go to Desilu Soundstage 7 up in Ticonderoga, New York, because there is the man who was obsessed with Star Trek in the 60s and got the blueprints from the original, crew. And he just
call it the Star Trek Experience.
Star Trek Experience, and he's an.
Oh, okay. So Ram says that Brady house is my dream house.
Seriously?
No, right.
So he was kind of obsessed with this, and over time, he managed to come into some money. He decided to just go ahead and build it. And he found this unused space in a Rust Belt town and rebuilt Desilu 7.
Okay, so
it's crazy. You just walk through this and you're looking at Trek.
So if you're curious,
and I'm thinking to myself, look, if you can do that, then subsequently there's Paramount stage set 10, which is the Brady Bunch. Somebody could redo that. That would be pretty awesome.
So if you're curious, the URL is StarTrekTour.com, and highly recommend. Highly recommend. Dime says my neighbor's house was my uncle's, and they still have the shuffleboard tiles in it. It's actually a copy of this house in reverse.
Awesome.
I would have I would have done improvements to keep those tiles. It flooded. Sorry, we have to fix this because we're keeping those tiles.
You can probably find those tiles as vinyl tile today and just reinstall them.
Peter, Eve Plum came back for that.
She did.
Yeah. Peter's asking who was Jan in the Brady House series. Yeah, Eve Plum came back for it.
She did that, yeah. Well, Eve Plum, at the time that the original series ended, had a version in Korea, and she was doing a lot of TV movies.
Amy says he's working on the set of The Next Generation. Yes, Amy did it.
Yes.
So much fun, right?
Oh, it's crazy good. So I remember when we took the tour, he announced that like we're working on Next Gen, and I know that like a lot of people like that's really their happy place. My place I always have a spot for original series, but I remember like really enjoying Deep Space Nine. That was a really crummy looking space station, and maybe I just have a thing for these crummy looking things like Alien, like that whole aesthetic, or even better yet, like who am I thinking of? Why am I spacing this now? Well, I'm spacing it because of life. I'm talking about these space movies with these junky looking ships. There's
which one?
Yeah, take your pick. Right, I'm thinking Alien, which is like they're on this very desolate ship way the hell out there.
Sigourney Weaver.
And then I'm thinking about not Star Lost, Silent Running with Bruce Dern, who's on like the ship that has.
Oh, no, are you thinking about the one with
all of the remaining fauna and flora from Earth?
I know what you're thinking about.
Yeah, geez.
No, I know what you're thinking about.
Comedy film.
Now I know what you're thinking about. Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look because I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, you think of it. I'm trying to call it up myself to see if the brain cells will fire long enough for me to. It's such an obvious thing.
Let's see if we'll get it first.
4, 3, 2, 1, and no, not coming to me yet.
Oh, damn. Don't look.
John Carpenter was involved in this.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, and I think there is a soundtrack album by now, but there certainly wasn't then. It was cheap, early '70s. Hilarious.
I'm thinking of it's. No, I know. Don't look. I'm gonna get it.
Don't we have it on video? Yeah.
We do.
I just look at the rack over here.
No. Dark Star.
Thank you.
Dark Star.
Jesus. God's sake. Dark Star started out as somebody's college project, and then it suddenly grew and began to sing. And honestly, it's hilarious. It's cheaply made. It looks cheaply made, and the script is good. It's hilarious.
Dark Star.
Well worth your time. That's a crummy ship because the whole purpose of the ship is to go and find asteroids that are about to destroy things and get rid of them. So they have all these bombs on board to destroy the asteroids.
Yes. Oh, Dean said, hi, Dean.
Thank you, Dean.
Dean says Dark Star. Yes.
Thank you, Dean.
Dark Star. Thank you.
Jeez.
Thank you.
This is why I have an audience, because I can't remember stuff, But thank you. Much appreciated. It's a great film. It's a lot of fun. And well before Halloween or anything, you had all of these guys.
If I can't be at the Brady's, I at least want to be at the Dittmeyers. The Dittmeyers were all over the Brady Bunch, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, here's a question for you. Which, besides the Brady's, that's off the table because we would all live there, but if you could live in a TV home, which TV home would you live in?
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. TV home.
Big fun. Let's go from there.
Yes. The Brady's, I feel like I can just name them off. When I haven't woken up at 3:30 in the morning and have to wake up again at 3:30 in the morning. Okay.
We run on impulse and away we go. We did that when we were making our epic.
Dimes and Cream Genie. Good one. You can live in the bottle.
Oh, yeah, the bottle.
You mean the bottle,
cool.
right?
Yeah, the bottle's cool. Actually,
the bottle is very cool.
Major Nelson's house is actually a pretty cool 60s ranch home. But Genie's bottle, man, that's as big as you need it to be. It's like the TARDIS. It's so cool.
That one with the panther. Oh! Just a building or a location included. You know what? It's up to your imagination. The way you saw it on TV or film. We can include film.
Mm-hmm.
This is rough. I mean, I feel like I would live in Barbie's dream house, but at the same time, I'm I don't know, Pepper's apartment.
Pepper's apartment is really cool.
Pepper has a cool apartment.
If you're going to live in New York City, you definitely want to live in that girl's apartment because it's huge. It's actually this really big apartment for one person.
It has a weird fireplace cut through.
So what? It's for one person. It's gargantuan.
No. If I was going to live in a New York City TV apartment, I would live in Green Acres before they moved to Hooterville.
Oh. Great apartment.
Like the one on the credits is like, New York is where I'd rather stay. Because the first episode of that, you're like, why are you moving? Are you nuts?
Out of your damn mind.
Get a window box, idiot.
Yeah, well,
like,
Oliver,
why are you moving?
Oliver's out of his mind, and his mother agrees. And his wife doesn't.
Oh, Monica's from Friends. Yeah, that was huge.
Oh, yeah.
Or Three's Company's apartment. Yes, because they were in Santa Monica.
Yeah. They were like upstairs from Regal Beagle, basically. Right in the immediate, and I know this can change at any moment, and I can come up with something by the end of the episode here. But I'm thinking to myself, I would
Jetsons.
I would live in one of the villas in The Prisoner.
Oh.
And I know The Prisoner.
Gilligan's Island, yeah.
Prisoner is a prison.
Gilligan's Island's a good
But still, they're really cool little villas because that's an actual resort in Wales.
Full House because it had so many levels and was in San Francisco. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, Addams Family. Yes.
Oh,
Addams Family.
The Addams House.
Fun.
Oh, now you're talking.
Beverly Hillbillies, yeah. Nothing wrong with a Beverly Hills mansion, right?
Addams, of course, is this massive Victorian Edwardian thing that has widow's peaks and everything, and of course has a very sharp fence around it. But it's just full of stuff and man-eating plants. Hello.
Parent Trap House with Haley Mills, yeah. Oh, Frank Sinatra's from Come Blow Your Horn, yeah. Kay Nolly's apartment, why not? Oscar's apartment!
Oh, yeah!
Except I would clean Oscar's room.
Well, of course you would.
But I love Odd Couple.
No, he would appreciate if you do that, but he wouldn't do it himself. Ask.
Phil.
Because really, at the end of the day, Felix shows up at Oscar's apartment. Oscar has this classic, 3-war 7. He's got this huge
He has a huge place for one guy.
For one guy. Now, he's a sports writer, so he's got some... he's got, some...
He might have thought he was going to live there with his wife.
Newspaper money.
Brett Summers.
At the time. But that's the thing. It's a killer. And in the movie, the thing looks even bigger, which is actually very apropos because if there's one thing about that type of thing is that was displayed very realistically at the time.
Oh, Getty from Mam says, or maybe Sanford and Son house, just because there were so many characters coming in and out of there.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Entertainment. Yeah, but I'm still...
Oh, Errol says I often sing the Green Acres theme song. She watched it and said, what idiot would work on a tractor in a suit? Oh, you would.
Oliver.
Close. Oh, jeez.
So Frank Sinatra's place in Come Blow Your Horn, I believe that because he's always hooking up with various assignations and that, I believe that he actually has the cool stereo system of the period.
Snoopy's dog
which was like the Clairtone Model D. This is a very cool looking thing.
Okay, so Diane
very
brings
collectible.
Up courtship at Eddie's father's house was nice.
Oh,
that also makes me think of Family Affair, which, by the way, that was kind of a nice place too.
A bachelor apartment. Now, wasn't he a lawyer or something? I mean, he was money.
Yeah,
he was money. He inherited a couple of 3 orphans, but he was money.
Yeah.
And one of the orphans was a teenager, so she was really a little
like 2.5 orphans, really.
You know, he really just had to wrangle the 2 kids.
2.5 orphans.
But he had his man about the house to take care of things.
Dog TARDIS. Snoopy's doghouse, dog TARDIS.
Oh yeah, the dog. Well, you think of
Holly Golightly's apartment.
Oh yeah, that's actually pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think about that too much, but that's actually pretty cool too. I'm kind of thinking of, now you're mentioning...
What were Scooby snacks made of? Good question. Oh, and we have an answer. We have an answer, actually.
Don't ask. Oh, wait a minute. You can answer that these days.
We can answer that.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh, Joe actually has a big thumbs up for the Frank Sinatra problem, Come Blow Your Horn. Yeah, Joe, check out that sound system. That is cool. You got a great sound system. I help facilitate.
Oh, hi, Joe. Good to see you.
But yeah, that sound system is a Claritone. That is so cool looking. It's really great.
We've had a couple of votes for that one.
Yeah. Now we need to see Come Blow Your Horn. Yeah.
I've seen it, but it's been a long time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm still actually voting for the my apartment.
The Incredibles. Okay.
My apartment in The Prisoner, because I think those villas are really cool. It's a great resort. It's a real resort, by the way. You can go and stay there, and it's this whole
Where is it?
atmosphere. It's in Wales.
I was going to say, was it in Wales?
Yes, in Wales. It's this sort of thing that's just on this big tidal flat, and
Peter,
it's just very
good
cool
one.
looking. Yeah.
Peter, Bob Newhart's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And we were just watching Bob Newhart the other night. Yeah, good one.
Definitely. Oh, Joe's actually courtesy of you. Well, look. I mean,
and Mary Tyler Moore's apartment.
Joe,
too.
I gotta say, like I've said this a few times on the show, but Joe inherited his dad's record collection, which is just this incredible bunch of '50s pressings of jazz stuff. It's like you needed a good sound system, man.
Right.
You had to have something good playback.
I love a question like
no
this.
question. Yeah.
Velveteen Lounge Kitchen. If the two of you could pick any city in the world to live in, where would it be?
London.
I was going to say London too.
There you go.
I haven't been to every city. I've been to Paris. I've been to Paris. I've been to Munich.
Yep.
I've been to Innsbruck.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Russia.
That's right.
I've been to Moscow.
You were in Soviet Russia, as a matter of fact.
I was in Soviet Russia.
It's
I've
take
been
you back, like,
to
40
Copenhagen.
years. Copenhagen is a really
which was
town.
lovely.
Yeah.
But I
Really
think
cool
I would
town.
choose London.
Yeah,
it's just
actually,
got like the right mix of history and also like mid-century history, because they were in the war. And not that we weren't in the war, because so many of our people were in the war, but you know what I mean, like they were getting bombed.
Some of my favorite bits of New York City look a lot like London. They look a lot like that exact era. And as a matter of fact, London built up at the same time that those built up, so that's the aesthetic right there. So
the ending of the Newhart show. Yes. Yes. So amazing. Golden Girl's house was cool. Cool. Yes. Also, my keychain is a Golden Girl. I have a Golden Girls keychain.
But definitely. I was about to throw something out really obscure, like the apartment from He and She, but like I've not seen that show.
Like I don't want to offend people about the war. Like, I mean, yes, America was definitely in the war.
Well,
yes, that's what I'm saying. But
with the big exception that there were two big oceans separating.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
I mean, obviously there was some action happening from the South Pacific that hit these shores, but like at the end of the day, this was the economic powerhouse that was able to finance most of this thing.
I'm just saying it was different. Like
if you were in France or the UK, like you suffered very specifically, you know, because that you were exposed.
Right.
Definitely. And like,
but I love London. I would live in London. I remember last time we were in London saying like I would move here in a second.
Yeah.
And I did a summer in London in acting school, which was amazing. So
I did a semester during like my third year college.
1950s.
And it was great.
Peter says my city would Montreal. I love Montreal.
Montreal's a great city.
Montreal is great.
Great city. Yeah, I will definitely throw a vote in.
London in the 60s.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Can you imagine?
Joe's going to vote for New York 1950s. My parents were there in that era. Oh man, they lived. That was actually a great era for New York.
Paris in the 20s.
Before New York got really crummy. And
I'll take some more bubbles.
London 60s was very mod. Very mod. I'll get the bubbles. Yeah. I recommend, no matter what you do, no matter what city you're living in or would like to live in right now,
moral objection to lying.
Always have Prosecco on hand. I'm just saying. Yes. Boom, 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 boom. The great thing is that when you have a bottle of these, you can just sort of end the night pouring around. It's not a big deal.
I have to wake up at 3:30.
You know, it's not
actually,
like...
I have to wake up at like 3.
Blah, blah, blah. It's not like, here's the 5th martini. No, don't have the 5th martini.
Okay, if you could choose London, is there a specific part of London that you would want to live in?
As far as livability goes, I remember living in Hampstead, and this was just like right outside of center of town.
I lived outside too.
Extremely accessible to everything. It was like living in Queens. Great. And you're right on the big heath. This is the place you went to like take your doggy for doggy walkies. Awesome.
I lived
just great.
I lived in Herne Hill.
Herne Hill. Yeah.
Which was, I lived in a kitchen, and it was great.
You lived in the kitchen?
I did. I spent the summer on a cot in a kitchen, and it was great.
It was so good.
It. It was, I had a room in like a hostel, and
that sounds so wrong.
Oh, it was so crazy.
Hostile.
Like people were up at all hours. Like you would just hear at midnight like things breaking. Like I don't know. Did people do anything except throw their glasses at the wall? I couldn't sleep. So I remember talking to someone in my summer program and saying like, I have to move. And she's like, oh, well, maybe you could come live with my boyfriend and me. And so I moved into their kitchen, and while I lived in their kitchen, they broke up.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just him and me, but he was as sweet as he could be, and he never, I don't know, maybe it's me, but like he never tried anything, and except he took me out drinking and never tried a thing, and it was lovely. It was lovely. He was great. And I spent the summer in their kitchen.
We have a vote for a Palm Springs
long
house.
after she left.
The one from Ocean's 11. Oh,
yeah.
Man. We actually got a lot of video of
The
Palm Springs homes when we
Watchwalker.
were there. Very cool.
Always wanted a bedroom that was a replica of Jeannie's bottle. Oh, yeah.
Emma Genie in a bottle. Bingo.
It was a Jim Beam bottle. Oh, okay.
Hello.
Would be on Nantucket. Oh, I love that. Okay.
Big fun. Big fun. Of such things, if you're trying to get away from the world and be nowhere, but everywhere at once, I think you could be pretty isolated on Block Island. This is right off of the Rhode Island and Long Island coasts. It's sort of equidistant. And it's just, you have to like spend 45 minutes getting there on a boat. And then when you're there, you're just like separated from all this stuff. And it's sort of like none of this matters. It's kind of like being in Iceland or something. I was like, I'm into my part of the world. None of the rest of this matters. And Iceland, of course, has geothermal springs. They have a complete power supply happening. They're good. These are like the remnants of the Vikings in the world. I think that they probably are living the ultimate life right there. Maybe,
what are we thinking?
Maybe Reykjavik is the
No one's
place to be.
mentioned the silencers.
Oh, yeah. The silencers apartment. Hello.
Dean Martin's
Diddly,
bedroom
diddly,
and the
diddly, diddly,
silencers.
You know, I actually have 3 ringtones on my phone.
Curry Falcon, hello.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Very good. I will say that there are 3 ringtones on my phone. One of them is you, so I know that you're
Thank
ringing.
you.
Thank you, yes. And one of them is actually the ICE ringtone from the Silencers, that whole series.
The Matt Helm
series.
Yes.
And that's when I know that my manager is ringing. And one of them is Uncle.
Oh.
And that's when I know that
R.I.P.
Joe...
David McCallum.
Oh, man, yeah, seriously. And that's when I know that Joe or John is ringing. So, Joe, when you call my phone, it's the Uncle ringtone.
Small
I put it on my
craft
phone.
warning.
Yeah.
Block Island, Hatteras, whatever that means. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Yes.
Block Island. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Oh, good night, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Thank you for doing. We have to have a meetup, and Nick has to come.
Please. Well,
There you go.
Nikki is not that far.
I've just arranged it.
Nikki is not that far. And Peter is close at hand. You're all able to get to these places. It's not exactly essential location for all, but we can get there. And it's a great, great location. So
Where I was today was like 5 minutes from Jet
special
Set.
place.
So
Jet Set is just so cool.
I know. Well,
So cool.
most things in Newburgh are like 5 minutes from Jet Set, or 10 minutes from Jet Set.
Eric says, when the landlord calls, my phone plays the Darth Vader theme.
Ah! I used to know someone who, like, when her
Hilarious.
mother called, her phone would just scream.
screams. We were just playing the full soundtrack to Psycho. That's over there right now on the wall.
We went over records while you were out.
Oh, thank you. Very good. And I got to say, the full score is actually very subtle. You're very familiar with the very screechy parts of the score. But I was listening to that saying, that's a great ringtone right there.
The Flint movies. Yes.
Oh, Derek Flint's Suburban. Oh,
gosh.
Yes.
And no one has mentioned Barbarella yet. I'm just saying.
Barbarella lives in something that looks like Jeannie's bottle.
Except it's like the walls are covered with like shag carpet.
Yeah, she flies around in this. This is her spaceship.
Yeah.
This is totally cool. Then she crash lands on a planet, and then like some guy comes over and says, "I would like to make love to you." I mean, this is Barbarella's world.
Yeah.
Eventually, she hooks up with some character named Duran. As played by Marlo O'Shea.
Tiffany's jewelry, yes, please. I just love looking at Tiffany's
You got to see Barbarella. It's a crazy, stupid film, you know.
Stupid in a good way.
No, in a good way. I'm just like, that's not a put down. It's just nuts. I love these things. The whole thing of like, we are smoking essence of man, you know.
I used to have the Wilhelm scream set as my textler years ago. Drove the rest of the office crazy. Oh.
Did everybody get the alert today from the National Emergency System?
Yes,
and that was
it was so terrifying because I was like, oh, I'm on this film set. I'm just going to turn my phone off. And then, like, it won't disturb anyone. And their phones all went off. And I was like, as soon as I turned my phone off, it went back on. Like, ugh. Like they were not going to let you get away from that. And then someone else's went off after mine. I'm like, ugh, whatever.
Yeah, seriously.
Don't alert me. If anything bad's about to happen, I don't want to know.
You remember when it was Conelrad? We actually have radios in the house which have Conelrad dots. 3 of them, as a matter of fact, that tell you what to tune your radio to when the bomb drops. Ah!
Oh, Nick says it was so loud. Mine was the first thing to go off.
Big thumbs.
Here I thought I was like, oh, I outsmarted this. I just turned my phone off. As soon as I turned it back on.
Wrong.
Oh.
No, totally. I've actually been in front of the Tiffany's location, looking in the windows, saying to myself, actually, it's a pretty cool place to have a croissant for breakfast.
I have never stood there having a croissant, but
it's kind of a great location for that because it's right there on Fifth Avenue.
I have not done that, but
it's kind of fun.
But
I haven't done that.
It is fun to look. And I always think,
as a matter of fact, it's not far from my current office location, and at my office I can grab a croissant. So I could just go over there and I could grab a bottle of bubbles if I wanted to. It'd probably be a problem if you're on the street with a bottle of bubbles. I'm just saying.
Eric says,
I'd have the croissant.
I think if Dime calls me, I'll play the original Star Trek whistle. Oh.
I'm too trite.
Then someone came in the office about 45 minutes later, and his went off. Ugh.
Too late.
Too late to meet your hurry.
Too late.
Well, that's the thing. Like, really? If the meteor hits, you're not going to be able to get an alert off.
You know, the film was made a few years ago. Don't Look Up.
Oh my gosh, I love that movie.
Don't know this motion picture. You see it.
It's on Netflix.
You see it and you're just like face palm, because it's too true, too true, too true, too true.
Don't look out.
It just goes on, and it's just too much truth in our society these days. It drives me nuts.
The meteor already hit.
It already hit. Seriously. Anyway, but that's the thing. At the end of the day, we just deliver you a little entertainment on a Wednesday.
Are we logging off?
No.
You sound like you're logging off.
No, we got hours to go. Well, we might have minutes to go, but
to wake up at 3:30, but
we probably have minutes to go. We deliver you a little entertainment on a Wednesday, so that you have something to do between all of the that you have to deal with the rest of the day.
That was great. It was
seriously.
It was emphatic.
At the end of the day, I always recommend having a bottle of bubbles around because you can have a few of these. It's not a big deal. It's not like you're having
top it out
5 martinis.
I
mean,
I'm screwed up.
We are huge fans of the Thin Man series. always in this series, she's talking about where's the fifth martini? Like, well, the fifth martini is going to
My
put you
phone
on the
just went
table.
off.
But if you have really extremely small martinis, it's a different equation. But definitely, and like Joe, who is a correspondent in this series right here. From time to time, we talk about the fifth martini, and you keep them small. It's a good idea. Then you can keep going. You can keep going.
William Shatner. What is that?
Live. I know that record. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, that was recorded at SUNY Stony Brook. There you go. At this hour of the night, I'm like, oh, that's where
Jeff
that was.
is sending us
Boom.
William Shatner live.
It's the first time he's heard of this? Dude.
No, I don't know, but
Yeah, seriously.
Jeff, if you're watching, hi.
Hey. Possibly you are.
Christy, hi.
Possibly you are on the smart TV. Not so smart you can't comment.
Not so smart. You're watching us. But
Oh! Everybody who is watching us right now is watching us because we deliver the entertainment.
you're watching this by your own choice.
It's true. It's true.
This is your decision.
No, it's very true.
I'm just saying.
But yes.
It's crazy how Star Trek prophesied still waiting for the transporter.
Transporter.
I know, right? Aren't we all?
The major problem with the transporter, aesthetically, is that you deconstruct a body and reconstruct it somewhere else, which means you need to have some sort of like matrix. And what is that based on? And if you reconstruct the body, do you have the same body that you started with? Star Trek says yes. And I think that's very speculative 60s fiction. So we go with that.
I feel like this is leading to a whole philosophical discussion I'm not ready to have right now.
No, I'm not talking about that.
But I was thinking about this recently. I think we should have this offline before we have it online.
We will talk.
But we could have this, we could connect it with some TV show or movie.
We could connect it with a brunch on Sunday. Oh, cereal and Bloody Marys, baby.
God.
But
This
definitely,
coming Sunday?
I didn't say that. However,
We need
I'm
to
open.
we need to come up with some extra dates for Halloween because we have more programming than we can possibly fit into the next 3 Wednesdays.
Yeah.
But for the next 3 Wednesdays we're doing, all right, I'm going to come back to this, but I got to tell
and I
Paul
like how Diamond's
what we're
actually
doing.
name checking the food replicator, like
Oh my God, so
Earl
many
Grey
things
tea
are-
hot. I'm like, yeah, that's very.
So many things are open on this computer.
Oh, there's a lot of them on this computer. That's actually very Picard,
Oh, that's
and I
not
think
it.
I actually like Earl Grey with them.
That's not it.
That's a really great thing. So I'm
Also
in
not
agreement
it.
with Picard in that case, and I would order that from the food replicator. And if it tasted like Earl Grey, it was
okay.
good.
So, I said we're going to do Little Shop of Horrors, which we are 100% going to do because I love that idea.
Behind, great.
Yeah. Feed me. All right.
Seymour.
So, we're going to do Little Shop of Horrors, and we're also going to do Rocky Horror, and we're also going to do Plan 9.
Plan 9 is not.
Over there. It's
Oh,
over there.
It's over there somewhere.
We have
Yes.
another record display over there.
The simultaneous display. Plan 9 is a beast unto itself because
Yes,
it is outside of the usual canon because it is so
Oh,
left
okay.
field, but it's hilarious.
Oh, we gotta catch up.
Oh, yep.
Bloody Marys, yes. Transporter Paradox.
Mm.
I'm discussing that in college. Yes.
Now
Yes.
you're talking.
Yes. Oh, yes. Earl Grey. Yep. Yep. Catching up. Sorry.
Definitely.
Catching up.
Oh,
Bloody
good iced tea,
Marys.
absolutely.
Yes.
Earl Grey iced tea
superb
with
iced
honey,
tea,
man.
for sure.
It's
Yes.
awesome. That's
And
such a
very-
simple thing, too.
Oh, Gettysburg Map says, I had a very in-depth conversation today. What candy that is no longer produced would you like to see on the shelves again? Oh.
I don't know if it's still in production, but Sky Bar Man, great
I
thing.
think that's still in production.
It may be.
now.
It may be good. It may be good. Maybe the whatchamacallit, that was actually pretty good. And then $100,000 bar. I don't know if that's still being made. Anyway.
Reggie Bar.
The Reggie Bar. The Reggie Bar was good. It was
They
really.
probably just changed the name.
Yeah,
Made it
it
into
wasn't
something
that
else,
complicated.
you know?
I'm not saying it was crazy. Oh, you will never reproduce this. No, I mean, jeez. But yeah,
Yeah,
it was good.
It.
Joe was talking Reggie Bar. Boom.
Reggie Bar.
Well,
Joe.
hello. I mean, looking at you, you're the one who actually has tickets to the Mets and the Yankees, so you know about the Reggie Bar. Jeez. I remember getting those at
Whatchamacallit is still being made. What?
Oh, good God. I got something,
Oh my God.
I got something to show you.
Okay, so maybe next week we have to have a whatchamacallit so we can try it.
Nick loved the whatchamacallit. Man, like Nick and Joe, you're on this whole thing. We hooked you up at Ohana. I think there's a thing going on here.
Nick and Joe, I hope you're friends on Facebook
I think
because you guys hung out at Ohana.
You're the ultimate buddies.
Nick and Joe, you gotta. You hung out at
I think
Ohana,
there's real Ocean's
so.
11 buddies things going on here. Like,
I hope you
how
guys
doing,
became
guys?
friends in
Boom.
real life because you guys hung out at Ohana.
Boom diggity.
Area woman is just saying.
And I'm thinking of the Reggie Bar discussion. I used to get these things at the aforementioned Ocean State job lot for like 10 cents. For 10 cents, they were great.
Oh, Vermont Country Store. Are you referencing Vermont Country Store?
Hello.
When we go up to New Hampshire in a couple of weeks, we need to stop at Vermont Country Store because that place is
It's a gold mine.
Mind-blowing.
Gold mine.
If you know Vermont Country Store and you get their catalogs in the mail,
They're very cool. They're very cool.
stopping there in person is just
Bang.
yeah.
No, it's really bang. There's a few places in the world I can imagine that look like that. Vermont Country, Economy Candy, and...
Oh, Rocket Astropop. Yeah. Oh my God, I remember those.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. When I was a kid.
Yep, but definitely.
A gazillion years ago.
The third place I'm thinking of is Galco's, which has a huge candy selection.
Highland Park, California.
Like, they're very well known for their sodas, but they have a huge selection of wine, beer, and candy.
And they have a whole deli, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah, there's this whole deli in there. And
by the way, you just order a sandwich.
The proprietor was like, well, we don't have any, like, cold cuts made out of processed crap. It was just like, it was real, like, breast meat kind of thing. It was just, it was good.
Are snow caps still a thing?
Yep.
I don't know.
I think so. Snow caps are
okay. I love that you guys hooked up. Yay!
No frills.
Yay!
Boom done. Boom done.
All right, I got to be honest with you. I'm about to face plant, and I have to wake up at 3:30 again in the mornings.
I'm holding her up.
It's rough.
But it's not going to last, folks.
I know.
So
I got one more day, and then I'm unemployed.
Well, you better go work. And
until Saturday,
probably
when I'm managing a pumpkin patch.
Sign
that's
off
a whole other
this
story.
sucker. It's been an awesome 2 hours with you on a Wednesday. Even if I had to like check out for half an hour to take care of a call with Singapore, well, you know what?
I thought it was the Philippines.
Same difference.
No.
Honestly, well, actually,
not the same
the major commentator was from Singapore. So
you said it was Philippines.
Yeah, and then the person who spoke most was from Singapore. So at the end of the day,
I don't know. Whatever.
At the end of the day, honestly, it's a very important call because we're trying to like terminate something, and it's going to take some while.
Like the Terminator?
No, get rid of a company, or two,
like the Terminator,
or 3, maybe 10. I don't know. One of those things. It's not a big deal, except if you're trying to do it. Ugh. Eric, if he's still on this call, would actually really sympathize. It's like, we're on a call internationally. It's going to take forever to get rid of this thing. Oh!
Where men are men, and women are women, and technology is above average. Oh! Oh. So thank you all for joining us. So next week, Little Shop of Horrors, I think. And we'll do Rocky Horror. And we'll do, what's the other one I said? Hold on, I gotta find it again.
Michael Rennie was ill the day the
no,
earth stood still.
No, I saved it. I
Rangers,
saved
the
it. Hold
Invisible
on.
Man.
Here we go. Plan 9. Yes.
Plan
Okay.
9.
We're gonna do Little Shop of Horrors and Plan 9 from Outer Space and Rocky Horror.
Do we have to tell these audience that Earth people are idiots? Is that it?
Evil.
No, idiots.
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 I thought it was Earth people are evil.
No, idiots. It's idiots.
Idiots,
Arrows is definitely
really?
all about Earth people, a bunch of morons. But
I'm thinking of Earth girls are easy.
yes, different thing. Different. Earth people are idiots. Just type it in. There you go. See?
Okay, what?
That's completely
That's not what I was thinking. Okay,
not what you were
hold on.
thinking. That's what you get for an internet search. Hello.
Hold on. Okay,
Take
I'm
one.
gonna do one more thing.
Let's try something before we actually knock. Pardon me, knock this thing out of the park. Sorry, I've been.
I'm
ill
gonna
for a
say
couple
Earth
of
girls
weeks.
are easy.
Mhm.
Earth girls are easy. Because what I'm coming up with is not what we're gonna do. I'm thinking Little Shop, Plan 9, and Rocky Horror, and I love it. And then maybe we'll do some interim videos.
Interim kind of things. That's
Love
the
it.
thing. Like, look, two of these.
And now for something completely different.
Two out of
Exactly.
two out of three of these things are science fiction, and one of them is botany fiction. But it's kind of hilarious. It's kind of hilarious. And Joe's big in for Plan 9. Boom.
Oh yeah.
Suddenly Velveteen. All of these things are awesome. We've actually met some of these creators of the Broadway shows, by the way.
Yeah.
I just gotta say, that's living. The fact that you can see that and do it. At the end of the day,
I love Little Shop
all we
of
do is
Horrors.
give you 2 hours of entertainment on a Wednesday, and the conversation
A
goes
Blair Witch
where it
Project.
goes.
I love it.
Oh, Blair Witch! Oh, man.
my god.
Oh man. All right, folks.
All
Well,
right,
this is
yes.
awesome. I'm so glad you could be here for us. This one has been up since 3 in the GD morning and is about to fall over. And I've been up early enough.
He's not kidding.
And I've been taking care of enough stuff around here. I set up this whole broadcast because she was not here to take care of these things. And she gave me the details, and I said, boom, 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 and we did it. And
We made it. Looks like we made it.
if you take a look at your Patreon drinks for the month, I devised those because we had to do
I'll
such
be
things.
Eddie.
They're
If
good.
you're a riffraff, Paul.
They're good.
The Glendora scavenger hunt. Oh, Glendora's coming back. I got to get through the next week, and then Glendora will be back.
I got to say, I do a pretty good riffraff, but I don't have the hairline yet. So anyway, it's astounding. So, but yes. I remember doing the time warp.
Maybe we
But-
need to do the time warp on a broadcast.
We'll see what that is. I just think when you do an extreme close-up of your lips singing Michael
Yes.
Rennie was ill
Yeah,
the day
yeah,
the earth
yeah,
stood still.
Yeah.
Because they just got something completely right with that, people. It was a thing. It was a
Yeah,
thing!
we have to figure out how to like weave
All of these things.
pre-recorded
things.
video with live video.
Well, no, that's not that hard. Okay.
All right,
Folks.
we gotta go.
Awesome. If you're patrons,
Thank you for joining
patrons, thank you so much for being patrons. It really makes this whole thing happen. If you're not and you'd like to be, the link is right there. You can help us materially. You will get rewards every week. Seriously, these things happen. And some of you support us other ways, which is awesome. We really appreciate that.
Yes. We're looking at some of you in particular.
I'm
Yes,
looking at you.
Yes.
But in the meantime, thank you so much for joining us here on our little forum every Wednesday. Any questions? Just send us our way. If you can be here in person, let us know. If you're driving past I-84, hey,
Oh my gosh.
you're very close to
Don't
us.
drive past us.
Don't drive past us.
84 and not let us know.
Seriously. But, anything you want to know, let us know, that kind of thing. As always, you remember, no matter where you are, and no matter what you do, we'll see you soon.
Good night.